people excited enough to care? How do you get people engaged enough that they want to get out of their house and go cast a ballot? We're trying to figure out what we can do to increase voter turnout, because less than 1 in 4 people, eligible voters, actually cast their ballots. It's obviously not easy, but Stock has done it, and he's done it in spades over many years. Please put your hands together and give a great big Richmond welcome to the Honourable Stockwell Day.
I am trying to encourage people to think of the importance of their vote. Where I do get concerned is if people think they're not welcome in the process, that their vote is not welcome, or their participation is not welcome. There's not one person in our society who should be feeling unwelcome in the democratic process. There can be a variety of views and vigorous debate. Every view counts. And I tell people, you may not always get your way, but you should always feel the freedom to have your say. Thanks very much for being involved.
We have a series of questions to get the conversation going. And the very first one is, why do you feel people don't vote?
I think we need to look at different ways to enable people to vote. And one of the ways we can do that is looking at possibly mailing out information to individuals and letting them vote by mail.
No one knows what any of the councillors are standing on. You have to have more communication on what are the views of the different people that are running. Most people say even when they do vote, they only vote for people who they recognize the name.
Young people today don't really read print sources, and so you'd have to do it in a way that's accessible to them. And I think, you know, a lot of it would be creating a resource that is unified and reliable, something that people could actually follow along with rather than just see once an election cycle. Because otherwise, you know, if it's once an election cycle, then that's something that drops off the map.
Thank you.
We were discussing this as we were coming here, is that our papers need a non-partisan reporter reporting out on the activity of council every week. And if they can do that, having that non-partisan opinion on everything that is happening in the city, and they're really helpful in making your decisions when it comes to voter turnout.
I don't really feel there's a strong vision coming from our politicians. If you look at Don Iveson in Edmonton, Hayden Nenshi in Calgary, and to a lesser extent, Gregor Robertson in Vancouver, they have very strong visions of what they want their communities to be. Cities with fun things happening in the streets. You've got street cart festivals, you've got concerts, plays in the park, buskers in city plazas, and that kind of stuff doesn't really happen here. And it's because it's an awkward transition from a bedroom community to more of a city itself. But I think we, as a city, we need to move to that next phase where we're not a sub-community of Vancouver, we're Richmond. We're a city that is a good place to live in. We should be passionate about it. And our leaders need to offer this vision when they're standing for election, saying, these are the exciting things that I want to happen here.